Yes, Mr. Chairman.
Is there anything that you get any eligible for the first probation or not?
Not for DWI, sir.
Gotcha.
No. Mr. Proctor, I told you that I wanted to follow whatever the TRAS said, and shh, and I'm going to stick to that. I sometimes am surprised by what the findings are, but I trust them to make the right decisions, and I hope that you. So here, they recommended medically assisted treatment to address the
Medically assisted treatment now, that's a big deal. It signals the court is recognizing substance abuse not just as a legal issue, but as a medical one. But here's the kicker. It's recommended, not funded. What do you think should courts have to cover treatment if they're going to mandate it? Drop your take in the comments.
alcohol abuse or dependency. That means that you have to go to a doctor, right? The problem is that we can't pay for that.
Right.
I can't pay for that. When it's on the outside, if it's here where they would have recommended like residential or something of this nature, I would pay for it for you. I can't pay for this. So you're going to be expected to do this on your own. The other thing that they're recommending is intensive outpatient treatment followed by supportive outpatient treatment, which I think at a minimum should be done, because the idea is that you learn from this, because something is going on and the coping mechanisms that are being used, they're just not good, because we don't want another death. We don't want you to make some kind of decision that has a lifelong consequence where you end up in orange for the next 50 years, Are you working at this time? Well, obviously not right now, but were you?
Yes.
What were you doing?
I worked at an equipment shop.
Do you still have that?
I probably not.
Hey, I guess we need to give him some time, can we apply for TAP funding for him? Okay, I'm gonna try to apply to get stuff paid for you, because I know that there's some, funding that is available for people if they qualify, and I think you do. You have to understand, in this life, you don't have anyone that's going to bond you out. When you're out there, if you make the wrong decision, you're stuck, as you now see, really.
Let's pause here. This is the turning point. One guilty plea, and suddenly every future encounter with law enforcement becomes riskier. It's like a legal shadow that follows you. Imagine being one poor decision away from 90 days in jail. That's not just sentencing, that's a lifetime of surveillance.
It's not that hard. Now, what we're doing is you're pleading guilty to the DWI. The DWI is going to go on your record. They're going to dismiss the terroristic threat, but you need to understand that forever and a day, if you get pulled over, what does an officer do? They first look at your record. If they see that you have a prior DWI, they roll up to your window and they smell alcohol or dope. It's probably not going to go well for you. And now, after today, you're facing a minimum of 90 days in jail for any new cases that you pick up. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
The agreement that you have worked out is a 1 year in Harris County Jail to be probated for 15 months. You must do, is this a true first?
I believe so.
Or Proctor, if you don't mind looking at it, please.
This is a true first, John.
Okay, so it's 1 year in jail to be probated for 15 months. You must do a DWI education class, 2 victim impact panels. Well, we've already done the TRAS, so these are the conditions. You've already done the TRAS, so that's not a need. No drugs, alcohol, substance abuse treatment. No breath test refusal. If you are pulled over, an officer asks you to submit a breath test, you must do it while you're on this probation. Can you look at him, see if his license is down? No, you must maintain a guardian interlock and 25 hours of community service. Do you have any children? Okay. If you do a parenting class, I will waive the community service for you.
He is not eligible.
Your license is not eligible. It got suspended, so you cannot drive at this time. So one of the conditions I'd like is for him to get his license back. Your license got suspended because of an administrative license hearing versus DPS, and I can have Mr. D explain that to you. You were giving up a lot of rights by entering into this agreement, Mr. Proctor. You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. Once you accept this agreement, you are stuck with this. If you ever have a problem while you're on this probation, you can always come back and talk to us. We can work through anything. If you just take off, that's about the worst thing that you can do. If you pick up a new case, that's about the worst thing that can happen. What about the complaining witness and the terroristic threat? Who is that?
The bloody was in the terrorist threat, Your Honor, is
This is it. The plea. The final guilty that locks in everything. But did you catch the nuance just before? The court is throwing out fees. That's rare. Why? Maybe it's empathy. Maybe it's strategy to ensure compliance. Either way, it's a small mercy in a heavy moment. Let's see what happens next.
so it's he was not filed as a family household.
Do we know, did you have the rip done? Do we know if she wants to have contact with him or no?
Do go to the function when we want to proceed. Claire says she's fine with contact because she doesn't believe the defendant harmed her.
Okay, just so that we'll just add no threatening or harassing contact with the complaining witness and the terroristic threat. Just be mindful. What is threatening or harassing doesn't matter what you think, it's what she perceives. All right? How do you plead to the offense, guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
I'm going to find you guilty. I will follow the agreement, waive all his fees. I'm going to waive all your fees. It's never about the money. I don't care about the money. Just do what you say you're going to do. Do it well so we don't see you again.
Yes, Judge.
All right, good luck.
We'll talk to him about the private license.
Okay.